Hello and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. How are you? We are on day, I don't even know. It feels like it's like day 30 of quarantine now. We've officially hit 1 month since Peter and I have been home from LA and we're starting to go a little stir crazy. And I was watching some of my friend Mel's hauls recently and she did an EVERLANE haul, and then I noticed that EVERLANE was having 25% off site-wide. So I kind of got sucked into it and decided to make a small purchase because EVERLANE's a little bit expensive, but since they had 25% off the entire site, I figured why not? It was also free shipping, and I've never purchased anything from there before, so I figured now would be the best chance for me to get something that's on sale than when it's not. So I did an EVERLANE haul! So I have the box here with me right now, and I was so pleasantly surprised when this arrived because it literally took only like 3 to 5 days to get to me from when I purchased it. And in comparison, I have Amazon Prime, which I pay for. And Amazon is like 2 to 3 weeks up to a month backed up on some orders. So I don't know how EVERLANE managed to get this stuff to me so quickly, but I'm very happy about the fact that I have it now. So I decided I'm just gonna film the video today and show you what I got in the case that they're still having their sale so you guys can grab some things. Or if you've had your eye on some things, I'm going to show you what they look like on. That way in the future, if you guys ever notice a sale ever again, you'll be able to grab it because you know what I thought about them. So let's just jump right into this haul so I can show you guys what I got, and I'm so excited. So I've always had my eye on EVERLANE just because I know they're supposed to be a very sustainable and eco-conscious friendly brand, so I've been very interested in their stuff, and it seems like a lot of the pieces that they have are great staples and basics to kind of have in your closet so you can rotate and mix and match your outfits and pieces so easily together, so you don't really need to think about what you're wearing. They're definitely not statement pieces, and within the past year or so, I've done a good job at purchasing a lot of statement pieces. So this year and the next year, I felt that I wanted to focus a little bit more of my time on picking out pieces that I could easily interchange with the rest of my closet without having to think about it, and spend a little bit more money into the brands that I want to support, brands that are doing good things, and brands that are just producing like beautiful clothes that aren't ridiculously expensive like sometimes designer brands. And that's kind of why I decided to take the plunge and place my first ever EVERLANE order. I just had to say that sentence like 3 times in a row before I got it right because it sounds like such a tongue twister. Without further ado, here's the very first piece. I'm gonna reference the receipt that they sent me because I don't remember what these are called. This one is called the Recon Henley, and this is in pewter green. So I love this one because of the massive buttons up at the top here that you usually get from a Henley, and it's a super soft material, very light kind of olivey green color. I read the reviews for this one before I got it, and I'm very glad that I did because a lot of the reviews were actually saying that this shirt is actually a lot smaller. I guess it's supposed to be more of like a tight fit. The sleeves are actually fairly short, so I'm usually an extra small in most brands that I purchase, and I decided to go for a small in this one. And when I put it on, it perfectly hit my wrist, and because it is cotton, my main concern is that it's going to shrink a little bit in the wash. So I'm glad that I sized up, and I would highly recommend anybody out there who's purchasing this shirt to also size up as well so you can get like a bigger, looser fit. If you do want a more tight fit, then yeah, go for your usual size. But just for my personal preference, I decided to size up. I also have slightly longer arms than most people I know because every time I go shopping, I always find that the cuffs of shirts hit me like way too high on the wrists. So I'm very happy with my decision to go up to a size small. Before I tried the shirt on, I loved everything about it. It kind of gives me like 90s throwbacks to like the shirts that I wore when I was I guess teenager or even younger than that. What do you call them? Like preteens. That's what you call them, preteens. I wore a lot of clothes like this when I was a preteen from American Eagle, so I knew I was gonna like it just because I like this kind of silhouette. It's a very nice, easy, relaxed fit. You can wear it around the house, pair it together with jeans or sweatpants, and just feel comfortable in the shirt. I do have to say that the material is extremely comfy and soft. It's not scratchy in any way at all. It's a very lightweight cotton, just like glides over your skin, and I can foresee this being a very comfortable shirt for you to wear when you need to run errands in the summertime. The one thing I didn't love too much about this shirt is the neckline up at the top here. So I'm just gonna button up the top button just to kind of show you guys what it looks like. But you'll see in the cutaway that up here, the collar is very high up. When I unbutton the top here, and I usually unbutton like the first button of all my shirts, this little part, it's like a 90-degree angle, I guess, up here. It like really hits into my collarbone, and I kind of found that a little bit uncomfortable. I decided to unbutton the next one just to see if it would like fall down nicely, and unfortunately it doesn't. It's a kind of a stiff collar just because the material here is folded over twice, so it's quite structured and it doesn't really loosely fall down. I'm sure that after you wash it a few times, the material is going to relax a little bit and just fall on its own, but I didn't love the neckline completely, and even when I tried to push it down to relax it afterwards, I didn't like how wide and open it was. So I think for this shirt, I'm probably actually going to return it, although I love the color so much and I don't have any long sleeve cotton tees in this color. I do have a sweater, but I've been looking for more Henleys and like waffle knits just to kind of wear to have everyday throw on clothes that I can lounge around in, since we're literally living out of our houses right now, and to also run errands in. But unfortunately, this little guy is going to be going back, but it was so cute. The next shirt I'm going to show you guys is the Easy Raglan Tee, and this is kind of like your simple boyfriend tee, although I didn't notice until I put it on that the shoulders are actually cut inwards like this. I forget what this is called, as opposed to just like straight up and just having the sleeve stop right here. It cuts up into the neck and where the décolletage is. And I know my body shape and silhouette, and I don't love how shirts fit whenever they kind of go upwards like this, just because I have very broad shoulders, and I find that when shirts are cut inwards, it really accentuates my shoulders. So because of that, I'm probably going to be returning this t-shirt, but I do love the fit of it. It's literally like one of those perfect boyfriend tees that I've been tracking down for the longest time. I don't know about you guys, but I have such a hard time tracking down the perfect boyfriend tees. I don't know what it is about these t-shirts, but they're either like the material's too thin, or it's too thick, or the sleeves are too long, or they're cuffed weird, or the cut of the shirt, it's like off. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but this one fits so perfectly, except for the silhouette at the top here where the shoulder was, just because I don't love that look on myself. So unfortunately, this guy is going to be going back, even though it is so comfortable and it fits perfectly everywhere else. I did also want to share with you guys a cute little detail on the side here. It has a slit at the front, and the back is actually a little bit longer than the front one is. So I like that extra added detail, although for myself, most of the time, this shirt is probably going to be tucked into my pants anyways, so you won't really notice that. But if you were to wear this shirt, just want to share with you that little extra added detail along with the, well, it's not a cuffed sleeve on the tee, it's more just like a folded sleeve with like a thicker hem here, and I like that because it gave the shirt a little bit more structure, so it wasn't just too loose and floppy on your arms. So the third thing that I purchased was the Renew Fleece Raglan sweatshirt. I am obsessed with this color. If you guys know me, then you'll know I love beige. It is such a great neutral color that pairs with almost anything in your closet, and I don't have a sweater like this yet, because I know you guys are gonna come at me and say, Vic, you said that you were going to stop buying sweaters, and I did up until this point. I saw this fleece one and I instantly was like, it's gotta be mine. If you guys are well aware of like the Old Navy Gap phase in like the early 2000s, I was one of those girls that had a full fleece matching set from like sweater to sweatpants. I think I even had like fleece Echo sweatpants that I got from Stitches and Sirens, if you guys remember that. I'm dating myself, but let me know if you guys do remember those stores. Comment down below and let me know. But I had so many fleece clothes, and then I just like grew out of them, or I just didn't like them. The one thing I didn't like about fleece was that it was always super staticky, and I would shock myself every time I was going around and touching things or people, purely because our classrooms when I was in elementary school had carpet on the floors. I don't know why. I think it was because it was preventing the chairs from making weird squeaky noises when kids would like move them back and forth on the floor. But every time I walked around in those classrooms, I would end up shocking people, because all the static electricity that I would pick up from my feet from walking on the carpet would just like transfer into the shirt, and it would just like magnify it. I can't remember the exact science behind electricity, but I would always shock other people myself, and I hated it. Now, I live in a house that does not have any carpet whatsoever at all, and I very frequently, rarely ever encounter carpet. So life is great, which is why I thought it'd be the perfect moment to reintroduce some fleece into my life. So I picked up this one, and I love the crew neck aspect of this. It's really nice and cute at the top with this little simple detailing here. Again, though, the shoulders does have this stitching that goes up to the top. I do find that because of the fleece material, you kind of don't really see this stitching as much, and it's not as evident. So because of the material and the texture, I'm okay with the stitching nature of the shirt, just because it's not as evident and doesn't really pronounce my broad shoulders as much. So for this one, I did also size up into a size small, because I was reading some of the reviews, and a lot of people were saying that this is more like a smaller cut sweater, and I wanted to make sure that the sleeves were long enough, just because I find that sweaters look weird when they just end right here. It's because it's such like a bulky top, and then it ends here. It looks like you're wearing hand-me-downs or just your clothes shrunk in the wash, and I did not want that. So I sized up to a small, and I'm glad that I did, because it fits really, really well. Although in hindsight, now that I've tried it on, I probably would have preferred to buy a medium, because this is like a very fitted crew neck style, but I prefer my crew necks to be actually a little bit looser and more flowy, kind of like a boyfriend style fit. So I probably would have preferred a medium for this one, although this one fits great. If you love it when sweaters kind of hit you at your waistline area, then this is going to be a great sweater to add to your closet. If you're like me and you prefer your sweaters to be a little bit baggier and longer and hit you more like the bum, more like lower bum area, then this is not the sweater for you. Although it is super warm, and thinking of keeping it just so I can wear it around the house, because this would be like a great winter sleep sweater to have. I did want to mention as well, the interior of the shirt is the exact same texture as the outside. So if you are somebody who gets easily irritated by fleece, then I wouldn't necessarily recommend this one just because the inside has the exact same texture. It's not lined or brushed in any sort of different way. You're going to feel everything outside that you feel on the inside, and it may irritate your skin just a little bit. On the other hand, if you do love the feeling of fleece, then you're going to love this because your whole body's going to feel like it's being wrapped in a giant teddy bear fleece hug, purely because the whole interior of the sweater is the exact same texture as the outside. It's just like one giant piece. Like I said, there's no extra brushing or lining installed into the sweater. So besides that, it's great. I think I might just keep this for the winter time because it's so cozy and warm, and I don't really have a sweater like this, so why not? The last clothing piece I'm going to show you before I share some accessories are a pair of jeans. I always get really anxious whenever I'm buying jeans online just because I don't know how they fit on, and because of coronavirus right now, I can't really go anywhere to try an EVERLANE jeans. I know Nordstrom has some of their stuff sometimes, but the mall's so far away, it's like more than 30 minutes to get to by feet here. And Peter and I are trying our best to not take any sort of public transportation whatsoever at all if necessary, just so that we can avoid any sort of potential contact with other individuals who may have coronavirus. So I took a gamble and decided to order these jeans anyways, and I've also decided to size up in them because they are fairly high rise. These are the high-rise straight jeans, and it's a very high-rise, but it's also like a really straight cut, which I like because I don't like when my pants are like a boot cut and it flares out a little bit. I would say this is more of like a boyfriend baggy straight cut. It's quite looser on the thighs, and then it goes straight down to the bottom of the hem right here. I got this in the regular length, not the ankle one, because I wanted it to be a little bit longer in the case that I want to wear boots underneath that were slim ones. I could fit these over top of the boots comfortably. I find that the cuff of ankle jeans sometimes hit the top of your boots a little bit awkwardly. It gets this like weird rumpled effect when you're walking around and the hem of your pants kind of like gets stuck in the boots. So I decided to go for a little bit longer. Worst comes to worst, I can always roll it up and cuff it if need be. So that was my rationale when I purchased these ones. I am so in love with these jeans, and although they're a little bit pricier than your average jeans that you'll probably buy in a store, like 30 or 40 bucks, these ones I got on sale for 98, and I'm very, very happy with the fit. So first of all, I just want to mention the material is very soft. It's like a nice brushed cotton on the top. I don't know what they did to it, but it feels extremely soft on the outside and on the inside. When I slid them on, they literally felt like I was sliding on butter as pants. Also, another thing I want to mention is that even though the jeans look very thick and like a raw denim material, and it kind of feels like that, there's quite a bit of stretch in these jeans. So I did do a squat test with this one to see if they were comfortable, and they passed for sure. I was able to comfortably squat in these, and I think because of that, these jeans are definitely going to be a keeper. I have a couple pair of high-waisted black jeans already at the moment, but most of them have holes in them around the knee area, and they're quite distressed. So because this one is just smooth overall, I felt like this would be a really good addition to my closet for days when I want to wear black boyfriend jeans but be more conservative and less trendy with the rips. Say for example, if I want to wear a pair of black jeans to a meeting, all the ones I have right now have rips in them except for my skinny jeans, and even then some of my skinny jeans have rips in them too. So this is going to be a great addition to my closet, and I love how classic this silhouette is, and it's also super flattering because of how high rise it is. It really shows off your butt nicely. It's not one of those high-waisted jeans that squish your butt down because of high rise. I don't know what it is about it, but EVERLANE has got the silhouette cut of these jeans perfect. It like allows you to accentuate your butt a little bit, and then at the same time it kind of gets a little bit small at the waist and really accentuates your waist. So I don't know what they did, but this is a great cut of jeans, and I'm definitely gonna be keeping them. One last thing I forgot to mention to you guys about these jeans is I actually sized up and got a size 25. I have found recently, very honestly, that I think I've gone up in sizes within the past year. So I used to be a 24 for the longest time ever, I think since like high school, and it's just like going to the gym, working out, eating different types of food, getting older, maturing, my body has just definitely changed shape and size, and that's normal for everybody. Your body's not going to stay consistent throughout your entire life, so please expect that, and it's just going to happen to everyone. So because now I have gone up in one size, I'm not like a firm 25 everywhere just quite yet. A lot of my size 24 clothes I still fit into, but that's purely because I've stretched them out from wearing them so much, so often over the past couple of years that they still fit me. But any new clothes that I'm buying, I'm trying to go for more 25 fit, just because I know that as I get older, my body weight is going to continue to change. Same with like how my hips are. So I didn't want to get stuck in a size 4 that was way too tight that I'd only get 1 or 2 years wear out of, which is why I sized up for 25. And I actually didn't find these too baggy. They were super, super comfortable. I started doing this with my Levi's recently, like going up a size, and they fit me so much more comfortably, and I can wear the jeans around all day long without feeling regret from getting the wrong size. Like, sure, I can definitely squeeze myself into a size 24, but at the end of the day, when I'm wearing these pants for like 6-7 hours, I just like hate myself by the end of the day. It's so tight on my stomach. I always get these like red angry lines around my waistline at the end of the day when I take them off, and I just sit there looking at my pants with regret and wondering if I should have got a bigger size. So I started doing that actively now, and ever since I've been wearing my pants that are one size up, my body just feels happier, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just do whatever feels comfortable and happy for you. And I think if that means getting pants a size or two bigger just so that you're not feeling like you're restricted or like a snake in a cage, then yeah, go for it. So got these in a size 25, and I'm very happy with my decision. I would highly recommend it as well. They also stretch quite a bit too, so if you did want to go down a size a little bit, you can probably get a little bit of extra wear out of it just because they're so comfortable. But yeah, size up if you want these jeans. They still fit great, and because of the loose fit, it's like a very nice mom jeans trendy look right now that is gonna definitely be comfortable and cute. The very last thing I'm gonna show you guys, I only really bought 5 things here, but this was an expensive haul. EVERLANE is a little bit pricier than usual, and I think this takes the brunt of it. These are the Wild Western boots in black. When I first saw these, I actually was drawn to the white pair, but unfortunately the white pair was sold out in my size. Same thing that goes with purchasing pants. I also have hesitation when it comes to purchasing shoes from a retailer online for the very first time. I am never quite sure what size I am exactly because I float between a 5.5 to a 6.5 depending on the brand that I'm wearing. More often than not, a 6 is safe for me just because if it's gonna be shoes like boots, at least I can add socks to fill up the space if they're too loose, and then if they're too tight, then I'll just return it. Fortunately, EVERLANE has a pretty decent return policy. I believe it's only like a $6 fee if you're returning from Canada, and if you want to keep all of your money as credit, then they don't charge you a refund fee, but if you want your money back, then you'll just lose $6, which isn't too bad in the grand scheme of things because everything was 25% off. In a sense, you're still saving quite a bit of money because had you bought this stuff at full price, you'd still be paying that return fee afterwards if you need to return stuff. But I digress. These boots are the Wild Western booties in black. Like I said, I really wanted the white one. They were super cute. I have a pair of white boots that I just sold in Poshmark, so I wanted to replace them with a different pair with like a nicer silhouette. The other ones that I had before were kind of shorter. They're like ankle booties, and this is like the taller ankle booty. If you guys are familiar with the shoes that I have in my closet right now, then you'll know I love, love, love the silhouette. And I wanted to take a risk and pick up these boots just to see if they would fit, in the hopes that if they're good, when they re-release the white ones and have more stock, I can purchase them again. So I got them in the black because my typical everyday black boots are actually dead now at this point. They've taken quite a beating. I've worn them for like 2 to 3 years and they're literally falling apart. So I think it's time that I retired them and got a new pair. I wanted to get a pair that was really comfortable and where the heel wasn't too high. This one I would say is no more than like 2.25 inches max. And when I put them on, this was actually a perfect fit. So I ordered this in a size 6. Like I said, 6 is my neutral size that I usually get to kind of like bank on fitting shoes, and these fit perfectly. I have no regrets on whatsoever to these at all. The heel's not too high. It is so comfortable. I walked around indoors a little bit with them just to see how they would feel after wearing them for an extended period of time, because I have a couple of a pair of other black boots that I wear all the time and they hurt my feet to no end when I wear them for a long time. So I need a good pair of sturdy black boots that are not going to be painful. And I can guarantee you guys, these are not painful. The top here where the ball of your foot sits is actually not too narrow. It has quite a bit of space for you to fit socks in if you want to wear a thicker pair of socks. The one thing I would say that I noticed about these shoes though is that there's a little bit of padding in the sole, but not too much that it feels like you're walking on clouds. Like, these ain't no Nike Air Maxes, okay? But there's a bit of padding in there, which makes it quite comfortable when you're walking around in them. A lot of designer shoes that I wear have zero padding in the sole. It's just literally a leather base, and I'm like, why am I paying this much for shoes that are literally killing my feet? So I'm happy that these ones, although a little bit more expensive, have some padding in the sole to make it comfortable when you're wearing them. Definitely think these ones are going to be keepers, and I'm going to be keeping my eye out for the white ones when they're back in stock. So I hope you guys enjoyed my small but albeit first ever EVERLANE haul. I think that kind of also included a bit of a first impression of the brand, since I'd never really purchased anything from it before, but I've heard such amazing things about the products and the company itself, so I'm very happy that I took the plunge and ordered from them. I did find some pieces that I'm going to be keeping, and then there are definitely going to be some other pieces that are going to be going back to the store anyways, but now that I know what to expect when shopping from there. I'm going to obviously be keeping my eye open for any other future sales that they have so I can notify you guys as soon as they are available. That way you guys can scoop up any pieces that you would like as well, because I'll admit it, they're a little bit expensive, but I mean, if you can get it for a sale, why not? So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you're having an amazing day. Also, thank you so much for putting up with the different background for my cutaways. Since we are currently in quarantine, it's making it a little bit difficult for me to shoot the cutaways of the full body parts. I actually typically shoot those in a different area of my building that's like a shared space, and we've kind of been cut off from all the shared amenities in our building now because they're trying to decrease the spread and keep us all indoors. So completely understand that. I had to shoot this on my balcony, which is a little bit weird because I wasn't necessarily the most comfortable with walking outside, people right across the street looking in at us, but whatever. That comes with the territory of creating content. I already shoot enough content outside the streets when I travel anyway, so I'm used to it. But anyways, I feel like I'm rambling now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, everything is going to be linked in the description box below. I'm also going to be linking what I'm wearing in the description box below too, because I sometimes get questions about that, even though it's not included in the video. So if you guys want to check out what I'm wearing, this is from Revolve. I think this is from Song of Style. And then these pants are sold out. They're from Uniqlo, but I have very similar ones that I shared in my recent loungewear lookbook that I'll also link below. So keep an eye out for that. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. I will see you in the next video. Bye.